You know that feeling. When you're trying to keep pace with something like Salesforce, and it just feels like it's moving at, well, warp speed.
Oh, absolutely. It's constant evolution, isn't it? Just when you think you've got a handle on things.
Exactly. And that's where we're diving in today. We're going to cut through the noise, sift through the updates for you.
Right. Think of this as your kind of focused briefing on a pretty significant shakeup happening in the Salesforce certification world. We've done the legwork based on some great insights.
Yeah, and our main source here is Darren Ferneyhough. That's pronounced Ferneyhough, by the way.
Yeah.
He's a 4X certified Salesforce SME, been in the ecosystem since, 2008? Very active in the UK community.
Darren's got some serious credentials. I mean, 15 plus years.
Yeah.
You look at his background, it's consulting, product management, platform management. He's seen it all, basically.
Totally. And he's got the certs to back it up, obviously.
Hmm.
4 of them. Plus, he's a Trailhead All-Star Ranger, over 1,000 badges. That's dedication.
It really is. And he's got that Drucker School MBA Essentials for Salesforce thing, too. Plus, recently advising the UK Cabinet Office. That adds another layer of real-world application.
So credibility is definitely not an issue. Okay, so our mission today. What are these certification changes? Why should you, our listener, care? And crucially, is there anything you actually need to do?
That's the plan. Nail down the essentials for you.
All right, let's get into it. The first thing, and maybe the most obvious one if you've glanced at your Trailhead profile lately, is this big renaming exercise. Darren's article mentions 35 certification names are changing.
Yeah, 35. But the key thing up front is the Salesforce certified part, that prefix. That's staying. What's changing is the rest of the title.
Okay.
And Darren puts it really well. It's about clarity, consistency, and frankly, sanity.
Sanity. I like that. So the old names were a bit confusing.
A bit of a mixed bag, yeah. As Darren points out, some were roles, some were features. The structure wasn't always, super logical. It could be hard to see the path sometimes.
Right.
So this new approach tries to categorize them better. Think platform, role, or industry. It should make the whole catalog simpler to understand.
Okay, so easier for someone planning their career path, maybe. And I guess easier for hiring managers, too.
Exactly. Comparing candidates, understanding what skills someone actually has based on the cert name, it tackles that inconsistency head on.
Gotcha. Now, the big question people probably have, do I need to panic? Do I need to resit my exams?
No, absolutely not. That's crucial. Your existing certifications are still valid. Totally fine. This is purely a name change on paper, or, well, on screen.
Phew. Okay, so can we look at some examples? Like, what actually changes?
Yeah, let's do that. Darren lists them all, but take the classic. Salesforce Certified Administrator. That's becoming Salesforce Certified Platform Administrator.
Platform Administrator. Okay, makes sense. What about Advanced Admin?
That one becomes Salesforce Certified Platform Administrator SEFT, using the Roman numeral, to show it's the next level up. Clearer progression.
Right. Are they all changing?
No, not all of them. Some are staying put. Salesforce Certified Platform App Builder is still the same name. Salesforce Certified Sales Cloud Consultant, too. Seems they already fit the new model.
Interesting. Okay. What else?
Well, CPQ Specialist, that's configure, price, quote, becomes CPQ Administrator, maybe reflects the day-to-day tasks a bit better.
Could be, yeah.
For developers, JavaScript Developer I just simplifies to JavaScript Developer, drops the I.
Okay.
And on the architect side, Data Architect is now Platform Data Architect. Again, emphasizing platform.
I see a theme here. Platform focus seems key.
It does. And even certs from acquisitions are getting the treatment. Tableau Certified Data Analyst is now Salesforce Certified Tableau Data Analyst. Brings it into the family, officially.
Right. And marketing.
Yeah, Marketing Associate changes quite a bit. It's becoming Salesforce Certified Marketing Cloud Engagement Foundations. Bit of a mouthful, but maybe more descriptive.
Foundations.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, quite a lot of renaming, all aiming for clarity. Got it. What's next? Beyond the names.
The next big piece of the puzzle, according to Darren, is where you manage all this stuff. WebAsser, the old platform. That's being retired.
Okay. So where does it all go?
It's all moving under the Trailhead Academy roof, starting July 21st, 2025.
Trailhead Academy. That actually makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
It really does. Darren calls it one digital roof, which is a nice way to put it. Instead of jumping between Trailhead for Learning and WebAssessor for certs, it's all integrated. Seems long overdue, really.
Yeah, feels more streamlined.
Yeah.
So what are the benefits of this new dashboard in Trailhead Academy?
Well, you get that single view, right? All your certs, easy to see their maintenance status, plus direct links to the Trailhead modules or other learning you might need for maintenance or prep.
Okay, nice. And scheduling exams, is that changing too?
Yeah, that's moving over too. Handled via Pearson VUE, but integrated into Trailhead Academy. Darren mentions it's cleaner, more mobile-friendly for scheduling.
Ah, for scheduling,
Yeah.
but not for actually taking the exam on your phone on the bus.
No, not yet anyway. He makes that point too. You still need a proper setup for the actual exam, but booking it should be smoother.
Right. Okay, consolidation makes sense. Now, you mentioned maintenance status.
Hmm.
Is the maintenance process itself changing? Because that's always been a bit of a...
It has. And yes, this is another big one, potentially a very welcome change. They're moving to a once-a-year maintenance cycle.
once a year, down from 3 times.
Exactly, down from the previous triennial schedule, and they're aligning it specifically with the spring release each year.
Wow. Okay, that is significant. That takes quite a bit of pressure off, surely. Less chasing release modules throughout the year.
That seems to be the idea. Darren highlights the reduced stress, the increased predictability. You still absolutely need to stay current. Obviously, the platform doesn't stop evolving.
Of course.
But the task of doing the maintenance module or whatever is required happens just once a year. Should hopefully mean less burnout, more manageable planning.
Yeah, that sounds like a definite improvement. Okay, so let's recap the practicalities for the listener. We've got renaming, a new home in Trailhead Academy, annual maintenance. What do you, listening now, actually need to do, if anything?
Well, the best news first. Existing certs are valid, the names. They'll update automatically on your Trailhead profile. You don't need to click anything or request it.
Okay, so no immediate action required there. But Darren did have a few suggestions, didn't he? Just sort of best practices.
Yeah, good points. He suggests, first, just log into Trailhead. Take a look around the new dashboard once things transition. Get familiar with where your cert info lives now.
Makes sense. Just orient yourself.
Second, make a note of that new annual maintenance deadline, tied to spring. Put it in your calendar, whatever works for you, so it doesn't catch you by surprise next year.
Good tip. What about, like, LinkedIn profiles, resumes, CVs?
Yeah. Good practice to update those with the new official certification names. Just keeps everything consistent. Might take recruiters a little while to get used to the new names, but being proactive helps.
Right. Keep it current.
And finally, he suggests maybe bookmarking the official Salesforce FAQ on these changes if there's an easy link. Always handy to have the source document nearby if questions pop up later.
All sounds very sensible. Okay, so we know what's changing, but let's dig into the why a bit more. Through Darren Ferneyhough's lens, why now? What's the bigger picture driving this?
Darren really frames it as a reflection of how much Salesforce itself has grown and specialized. I mean, think about all the new clouds, the industry-specific stuff, the integrations. The platform is way more complex than it was.
Yeah, it's huge now.
So the roles within the ecosystem have specialized too, and the old certification names maybe didn't quite keep up with that specialization.
Ah, okay, so the renaming is about making sure the label on the tin, the certification name, actually matches the specific skills needed for these more specialized roles today.
Precisely. It's about better alignment. Making it clearer what expertise someone holds when they have, say, a platform data architect cert versus maybe a more generalist one from the past. It helps everyone understand the landscape better, the individuals, the employers.
So it's mapping the credentials more accurately to the reality of the job market and the platform's capabilities.
That's the core idea, yeah. And Darren acknowledges, look, change can be a bit disruptive at first. We all have to learn the new names.
Sure.
But he really emphasizes the long-term goal. A clearer system, a smoother experience, hopefully less of that maintenance fatigue we talked about. It's an evolution.
Towards something more coherent, more efficient? Makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. Key takeaways from our deep dive today. Big renaming of 35 certs for clarity, everything certification-related moving into Trailhead Academy, and a much simpler once-a-year maintenance cycle tied to the spring release.
Spot on. And crucially for you, listening, your current certs are safe and sound. The names change automatically. Your main task is just getting familiar with the new names for your certs and remembering that new annual maintenance cadence.
Now, Darren ends his piece with something I thought was quite interesting, a kind of provocative thought for people. He says, don't just see this as, like, admin hassle.
Right. He frames it more as an opportunity.
Yeah. An opportunity, he says, to maybe get a clearer view of the whole Salesforce landscape, see how things fit together now, and maybe, just maybe, it might even spark interest in exploring a new certification path that now seems clearer or more relevant.
I like that perspective, turning a potentially administrative change into a moment for strategic career thinking. It's a positive spin. And if you do want to connect with others on this, especially in the UK, he mentioned the UK Salesforce consultants and contractors community. It might be worth checking out their LinkedIn page or group for more discussion.
Good shout. Yeah, the ecosystem keeps moving, doesn't it? Staying informed through things like this, understanding the shifts, it's all part of the journey. Hopefully this deep dive helped make sense of these latest certification changes. Thanks for tuning in.